What is going on, guys? I'm Voice of Validity, and in today's video we're going to be talking a little bit about GTA 5 on next gen. If my voice sounds weird, it's because I am sick, so I apologize for that. But let's get started. So first things first, this is just theoretically, right? This is nothing confirmed or anything like that. This is just me speaking about what I would like to see on next generation. You guys can leave your own comments down in the comments section, but this is just my personal things that I would like to see, and I'll kind of extend an olive branch, an honorable mention, right? First thing first, let's get started with ray tracing. If you guys don't know what that is, it's pretty much kind of like, how do I say this? Like a mirror. You know how in games you come across a mirror, for example, and it does like a reflection, but it's not a reflection. It's more like just something the developers drew in there. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not a real reflection, right? It's just programmed to look like a mirror, but it doesn't act like a mirror, right? So ray tracing, what it does is, for example, you walk over a puddle and the puddle will reflect the light. The lighting, when you step on the puddle, like those, it's just like a great way of reflections and lighting. How, for example, the lighting reflects on everything, how it touches a wall or a painting or a character's hair, like everything that has to do with ray tracing. How windows appear, for example, in GTA 5 there's no actual reflections, right? So that kind of changes with ray tracing. That is just one of the things that I would like to see. It's not the most important, but it's something that I would actually expect to see. Not that it's gonna happen or it's confirmed or anything like that. I'm just saying that it seems like a common sense thing to do. Number two is something that needs to happen, and that's better frame rates. For some reason, GTA 5 on PS4, I don't know if it's always been like this and I'm just now noticing it, but the frame rates are pretty terrible. Like sometimes you get maybe like 30 in the 20s frames per second. Like it's just really bad sometimes. So I hope to see better frame rates on the PlayStation 5 and on the Xbox, whatever the new one is called. Honestly, I can't even remember. Series X, right? It's just so confusing. The names are so confusing. Moving on to the graphical improvements, which would be graphical improvements of everything, plants, the water, landscapes, characters, models, facial, features and all that. Like a graphical improvement in anything. If you look at, for example, any remastered game, that's what I'm talking about. Obviously they're not gonna remake GTA 5 or anything like that, but a little graphical improvement, like what happened with the PS3 and the PS4 version of the game, right? For example, they just boosted up the graphical fidelity of these titles. That's what I'm kind of talking about. Moving on to crossplay, and I this is a little controversial because on one hand, like, it sounds fun, right, to have, for example, like Xbox people in your lobby and PC people just talking trash to each other, but at the same time, like, the PC hackers would kind of ruin it. Not obviously, not every PC player is a hacker or a modder or anything like that, but those little few do have a huge impact on how people look at PC players. So I don't know about this one. I hope, like, if they do and put crossplay into the game, we can choose whether to be consoles, which I really doubt it, because I haven't seen any developer do that, where they give you the option to just crossplay with other consoles and not PC. I think too many people would prefer that. So I would just extend an olive branch there, and like, I really don't mind, but it would be, kind of cool to see that, once in a while. Last but not least, this is really important, at least for me. If you guys ever played GTA 4, there was a mode, I don't remember what it was called, but it was like a free roam mode where you couldn't kill each other, I guess is the best way to put it. Like, you could kill cops, you could shoot, you had weapons, you could drive around and all that, but you couldn't kill other players. So it was like a great way to meet new people, and I think it would be great for players in today's era, because you have too many people using oppressors, right? You cannot drive out with your regular car, because then an oppressor nerd is going to destroy your car. Like, it's not fun, right? You cannot do car meets, because then some dude with an oppressor comes in and just ruins everything, right? Like, it would be a great way to do that. And I'm not talking about passive mode. I know we have passive mode, but it's just not the same. You know what I mean? Like, passive mode is just weak. You can't use weapons. You can't, get cops and kill cops. Like, it's way different when you're able to use weapons. And I don't know, maybe it could be, a way to exploit this thing, but there's also the passive mode glitch where you can use weapons, you know what I mean? So it would just be a fun way to do things, right? For example, if you want to sell missions, or like sell your bunker stuff, sell your nightclub stuff, sell your MC club stuff, like, you could do that, right? Like, you don't need to be afraid that somebody's gonna blow up your stuff. Like, we're moving past that, that we should probably leave that in the normal lobbies, right? If you like that danger or whatever, like, you can do that. But I would like to be able to not have to worry about that. I would like to not have to be on my oppressor all the time. I would love to be able to drive my cars that I have bought over these last 8 years. Like, I would love to be able to use all those cars and show them off, but I can't because of oppressors. And I'm not asking that you remove oppressors. I think they're very useful in the right hands, but I'm just saying, like, it would be nice if the game's meta didn't revolve around having an oppressor. I just bought my oppressor like 2 months ago or something. Like, it's just, I never really cared for it. I just bought it because I didn't have it, I guess. So it was just like, might as well. I mean, everybody has an oppressor these days, so might as well. But that's about it. So let me know down in the comments your opinions, your thoughts. I think this would absolutely help the game thrive, because now you don't need to be worrying about finding a solo lobby, or having to have people working with you to help you sell your stuff or take care of you. Like, you don't have to worry about that. And personally, I don't even do sell missions, honestly. Like, it's just not my thing. Like, it's too much work. I just do Cayo Perico, honestly. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank y'all so much for watching. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time if you stick around.